Hey everyone, Andrew Hess here, and today I wanted to go over more adaptive cards. I wanted to go over the responsive layout, show how it's used in different formats. And responsive layout just means how your adaptive card resizes itself based on where you're viewing the card in your cell phone, on Teams, or in an agent. So let's get into it. Let's do adaptive cards with the new adaptive card designer today. With adaptive cards, there's currently 4 different layouts. If you click on the preview button up here, there's very narrow, narrow, standard width, and wide. And I wanted to show how you can use each one of these different orientations and where you might see them. You should not have one card, most likely, you should not have one card that rules them all. Get it? One card that rules them all. So let's just take a look. First off, let's start very simple, basic. Let's do a new card. And this time, let's use a template that we have right here. So all these are templates, beautiful, awesome templates. I want something with a lot of data in there. How about this one right here, the time off request? And I want you to focus on what you're seeing here. You see how this image has all this red in here and has those diagonal lines? And same here, you can see how it has all this red right here. All that means is this container or card element, so card element has a target width and it's not visible on every width layout. So if you change it to always visible, it then loses that red fill color, and that's all that means right there. Okay, let's change it back how it was. So it was set up as at standard width, and then it was set at most that width. And all that means is, if you see his arm here, you can see his arm. But in this image, it kind of cuts off at his shoulder. So if we preview, we're going to see at most, we see the image where you see his arm on the standard width. So at most, we see it at standard width and everything below. And then on the wide view, we see where it cuts off at his shoulder. And that's how the template was set up right out of the box. Now you can try out the templates if you want. You can go into the templates, use one of them, edit it. But what I want to do today is I want to start, and there's all kinds of templates in here. They're really cool. They're really awesome. Microsoft or whomever did a really good job with these templates. But down here at the bottom, I'm going to do with an empty card. So I'm going to start on an empty card here. And you notice that we're in version 1.5. And I want you to pay attention to some of the settings. I didn't really go in this in the last video. In the settings, here there is a speak setting. And you notice this validation property. This error is not going to go away until you set the speak setting. So we can just write in there. This is kind of for accessibility. If someone can't see the card, you can have it speak to them. This is just a test for a responsive layout. And notice that error did go away, and it added it to the JSON here, right in the card payload editor. All right, so now the whole purpose of this video is I want to show the different responsive layouts. So I'm just going to do some text blocks. So text block, I'm going to do 4, or actually we're going to do containers. Let's do containers. So I'm going to do 4 different containers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each of these containers is going to have a text block. Each of these containers, I'm just going to drag and drop them in the text block. And the first one is going to say very narrow. The second one is just going to be narrow. And then we're going to do standard. And then we're going to do wide. And the reason I'm making this simple is because I just want to remove all the other variables with cards, and I just want to focus on this one part. And that is the adaptive card layouts. So now on this container, and you can use the card structure here, I'm going to say it's only visible on very narrow, that width exactly. Think that width exactly means equals. The next container, narrow. The next one, standard. And then the next one, wide. So now, and if you notice wide, it doesn't even show red. So when it's equal to wide, for some reason, Microsoft decided, okay, there's no red there because wide is the out of the box. So normally there is a button. I want to make sure it's in the container. Pay attention to your tree view is what I'm going to call it, or your card structure. I'm used to tree view because of Power Apps. But we're going to add a button in there. Right? There we go. So let me just rearrange these correctly. So that one is very narrow. Go in your card. There we go. This is kind of how you want it to look like. I think it's more important to look at it. You can see, oh, I did make a mistake. You see, action set is not in my very wide container. I do want it in that container. There we go. Now I know those buttons are in the container. And for each of these buttons, I'm just going to say, add an action, submit. All right, so we'll take another look in there. Now we have our text block and we have our buttons in there. And, each one of them is different. Each one of these cards is different. Now, if we wanted some kind of image or picture to be in multiple places, this kind of goes back to the templates. Let's say we have an image. Let's find an image somewhere online. Let me go find one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the image off the adaptivecards.io website, and then we'll put it in here and the URL. So now we have that in there. I'll just kind of center it. Let's just kind of center it in there. So horizontal alignment, center. Okay. So right now it's in the container of wide. Let's move it into a different container, or we can move it outside of our container, right? If we move it outside of our container, it then appears in everything. If we put it in a container, let's do standard, right? And then we'll click preview. We should only see it in standard. I'm going to pull it outside again. What I want to do is show when we're in our responsive layout, think of narrow, and then we want to do at least, let's take a look, at least narrow, it shows it on each one of those. If we do it at most, and then shows it on the bottom too. So think about that. At least it shows it. It's kind of hard to think of. At least is actually greater than, and at most is actually less than. So now we have very narrow, narrow, standard, and wide. And now I want to show this on in different formats and different ways. And to do that, I'm just going to create a super simple Power Automate, and I'm going to push it to Teams. I have a very simple Power Automate flow now. Manually trigger, send a card to myself in a chat flow bot. Let's test it out, give it a manual test. All right, so we're in Microsoft Teams, and we can see out of the box with my Teams full screen, we are in a standard view. So was standard, let's kind of look at it. We're still in standard. And as we shrink down, we'll see, oh, there it went. So we went narrow. We went narrow here. We went very narrow, but look, it only temporarily stays very narrow. If I go all the way small, narrow and standard, there's no wide. We're not seeing wide yet, and we're not seeing very narrow. I loaded up my phone. I wanted to see if we can get it to show very narrow here. So let's look at the on my phone, right? I'm on my phone here, and look, it's still in a submit narrow action. It's not until I actually click on it do I see that wide mode. So on your phone, it's either narrow or wide. That's from my testing. In order for me to get in very narrow to work, it seems that I have to be in a Teams chat. So a Teams chat, but if we widen it just a little bit, it goes to narrow. So you can see how if you widen it, but right there at the very smallest, using Copilot Studio, I can write in test adaptive card. This triggers my Copilot Studio bot. This then uses my very narrow card right here on the side of my Teams message. That's how I was able to get in a very narrow card. After doing some testing, very narrow, we only really saw it on that Teams sidebar pop-out menu. And narrow, we saw on the vertical phone. We saw it when we shrunk our browser. We also saw narrow. In Teams, we saw narrow. We never really saw it go very narrow except for like a split second. Standard was the most common. We saw that on browser. We saw that in Copilot Studio. Just when you use your entire width of your monitor. And for wide, honestly, the only time I've seen it is when I'm in landscape mode of my mobile phone. After all that demoing, I think it's most important to focus on narrow and standard. It's pretty difficult to get to a wide view, and it's pretty difficult to get to a very narrow view. So when I'm developing, I'm going to focus mostly on narrow and standard. But that also depends on your requirements, and this may change in the future. Hopefully this was helpful, and I believe things are just going to get better in the future. Right? Microsoft is just going to make this stuff better. Right? They just added the new designer. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.